makes her business venture possible is called the Self-Employment Assistance Program and runs for 6 months. It's small and relatively unknown and has been offered by the state since 1995.
The Self-Employment Assistance Program allows me to pay my rent and not have to jump all through these hoops of looking for a job that I don't really want. And it gives me a 6-month cushion where I can just focus on my idea and not have to worry about anything else.
The Self-Employment Assistance Program began under NAFTA back in 1993 to help offset job losses. The law allows states to create a program that exempts people on unemployment from the requirement of looking for a job. Instead, it allows them to work full-time on starting a business and still receive their benefits. Pat Sanderlin has worked for the Oregon Employment Department for almost 20 years and runs the state's self-employment program.
The majority of these people are highly motivated, and we make the money available to them and step away, and if they need our help, they come ask us for it. That really works.
So far in 2012, there are over 600 participants, just a tiny fraction of all the unemployed people in Oregon. But no matter how small the program is, Sanderlin sees it as a bright spot. According to an informal survey, 70% of businesses that began under the program in Oregon are still up and running after 6 years, a much higher percentage than the national average for startups.
Popular opinion or wisdom, whatever the term you want to use, is that 50% of all businesses are going to fail. And when we saw we had over 70% people actually getting into business after they went through the program, and then to survive in this economy, start to say something worked here, something went right.
Sanderlin believes that government intervention to create more startup companies could be one way to help solve the country's pervasive unemployment problem. One reason the program is so small is that not everyone can get in. Participants have to be identified by the state as likely to exhaust their benefits before finding a steady job. They also have to submit a viable business plan to the Oregon Small Business Center or a similar review agency for approval.
Since starting the program in June 2011, Alexis Paterka has been working on her online business called Stayhound. She spends a lot of her time looking for potential clients. She says the best place for that is her local dog park.
So what I'm doing is I'm starting a company called Stayhound, and it's actually these are the people who make up the community that I'm trying to build. These are the other pet lovers. And these are the kinds of people who I think are going to be less likely to leave their dog at a really impersonal kennel. So that's why I'm here today, handing out some organic, vegetarian, free-range dog biscuits, just to sort of get the word out about Stayhound and build a community.
Oh, that's a good boy, Denzel. Good boy.
Unlike Alexis Paterka, Graham Goad has been running his business for the last 6 years, a repair shop for small airplanes. He enrolled in the state-run program after being laid off from his airplane mechanic job back in 2005. Even though business had slowed, Goad says he still wasn't expecting bad news.
The way I was laid off kind of shocked me, yeah. The owner walked out the door. He was going on vacation and said I might want to go down to the unemployment office and get my 2-week waiting period out of the way. So I was pretty upset.
After 3 months on unemployment, Goad was asked by his old boss if he wanted to buy the business. Goad applied for the self-employment program, then went to the bank and borrowed $100,000. It was a big risk, but Goad says he wasn't worried.
If it failed, I'd be unemployed, which is where I was when I started. But no, I was quite confident that I would increase the business that had been lost and rebuild it back to what I thought it could be.
He started out working in this old hangar. 6 years later, Goad is now operating out of this brand new building. He's also been able to hire 3 people. This brings up a key point about Oregon's program. Many of the people who got their start thanks to the program aren't just working by themselves, but are now employing others too. Like this catering company that Carrie Wong started back in 2000.
I didn't think anybody had any high quality desserts. So I started doing my homework. I went to all the better restaurants and said, what are you serving for dessert? They'd show me, and they were really open. The chefs were great. And I said, here, try this. And they go, oh my God, can we get this? And is it affordable in our market?
In her first year, she was the sole employee, but by the second year, sales had doubled. Since then, she's been able to keep on 2 full-time employees and hire dozens of part-time workers for events.